done something in your life that you wish you could take back? Have you missed the mark and hurt others and yourself and messed up relationships because of a mistake? Have you lost your connection with God? Have you been robbed of good health, joy, dignity, finances, or healthy relationships? Whatever condition you find yourself in today, my friends, the good news is there is hope in God's restoration plans for everyone. God is faithful. Our Father desires us to enjoy restoration in every area of our lives. However, we must desire it for ourselves and want to achieve it. Praise be to God. Hello, this is Infinite Restorer. Welcome back to my channel. However, if this is your first time here, a heartfelt welcome. Thanks for stopping by. On this channel, we share restoration gems, information on different topics intended to bring restoration to your life, spirit, mind, and body. This is your season for restoration. So don't forget to subscribe, share, make comments, and hit that notification bell so you won't miss out on any of these precious restoration gems. Greetings, everyone. Hope you are feeling fine and having an awesome day. This video is about emotional baggage. I have decided on this out of many conversations I have had with those affected, and also its far reaching effects on relationships, both personal and professional. Baggage is basically just the metaphor for the heavy experiences we have collected during our life that we carry around. Just like carrying an actual bag wherever you go, it always gets in the way. Such is the idea of emotional baggage, is that it gets in the way of forming connections, of moving as freely through the world as we would like. Now that we have an idea of what emotional baggage is, let us start the process of unpacking them, beginning by first unpacking what is not ours so that we can deal with what is ours. It's easy to take on another person's baggage. Yes, my friends, it is incredibly easy to take on other people's baggage, especially when it comes to the people that we love and care about. Watching someone you care about suffer is very hard. I know this from my own personal experience. It can make us so uncomfortable and miserable in our own way. In those moments of taking on other people's baggage, we are most likely to extend ourselves and do what we can to alleviate their pain, especially if you're someone with a tendency to care too much. No matter how much we might care for someone, it is not our responsibility to look after their emotional well being for them. Our baggage is heavy enough to carry without adding the weight of someone else's experiences. The fact is, if we truly want to build a future for ourselves that is full, stable, and fulfilled, we have to accept the fact that we are responsible for our journey alone. Let go of that impact urge to fix it all and spend the time focusing on yourself. Only when you truly know who you are and what you want can you empower yourself to change and empower others to do likewise. In this part 2, let us look at some signs, causes, and types of emotional baggage and how to spot them. If you're struggling with emotional baggage, you may not know how to identify them. We tend to hold painful emotions inside, especially if we are not ready to address them. Number one, let us take a moment to pause and acknowledge our feelings when we have a flashback from a past experience or a former relationship. Notice what you feel. If the memories brings feeling of deep pain, fear, or anxiety, you're likely suffering from emotional baggage. Number two, if you have difficulty identifying or accepting emotions, you also likely have some baggage. You may push these emotions to the side or you deny that you're sad when deep down you really are suffering. Number three, look at how you process conflict or upsetting situations. Are you able to resolve conflict reasonably without becoming extremely upset? Or does conflict with your significant other quickly escalate because your emotions are so intense? If you have trouble regulating your emotions during the conflict, you're probably carrying some emotional baggages. Here are some causes of emotional baggage. Number one, childhood trauma. Research with teens who had experienced trauma shows that their brains are more reactive to conflict and they therefore have greater difficulty managing emotional conflicts. Number two, emotional baggage from past relationships. If you had a previous relationship that was unhealthy, or if a former partner hurt you severely with their actions, you may carry emotional baggage into the next relationship. The unresolved pain from the previous relationship can create fear and anxiety within the new relationship because you would worry about being hurt again. So it is important that you work on yourself first. Process and resolve some of this before you venture into a new relationship. I cannot overstress this. Number three, poor relationship with parents and being exposed to parents who divorce may also be the cause of you carrying emotional baggages from those experiences. Now, here are some types of emotional baggage. Number one, guilt from past relationships. Sometimes emotional baggage can come from a place of guilt. Maybe you cheated in a past relationship, mistreated a former partner, and you carry that guilt into the current relationship. You may feel as if you do not deserve a happy relationship in the present because you are guilty of past mistakes. Number two type, regrets. Suppose you made mistakes in a former relationship, such as taking your partner for granted or leaving the relationship because you weren't ready to commit. In that case, you may carry that baggage into the future. It can cause you to try to overcompensate for past regrets by obsessively avoiding making the same mistakes in the future. Number three, fear. Fear is perhaps the most common example of emotional baggage that comes to mind. If you've been deeply wounded in the past, such as by an absent parent or an abusive partner, you are likely to be fearful of experiencing the same pain again. So, in an attempt to avoid feeling hurt again, you may distance yourself from others or shut yourself off from people so that you do not get close enough for them to hurt you. Number four, self criticism. If you've been a victim of past emotional abuse or a parent had rejected you, you've probably experienced this emotional baggage. Being made to feel as if you were not good enough can lead you to have a highly critical inner voice in which you tell yourself you're not enough or that you don't deserve happiness. This can cause you to worry that your partner will leave you because you're inferior, or you may sacrifice yourself and go out of your way to please others because you feel you're not worthy unless they like you. I trust that you have gained some insight as to some signs, causes, and types of emotional baggage from this video. If you have spotted some that personally relates with you, there is hope. You do not have to continue to carry these emotional baggage around. Start healing yourself by unpacking them. In part 3, I will give you some tips on how to do so. So stay tuned. As always, more love, more light, and do have an awesome day. Bye for now. Thank you for visiting my restoration channel. I trust that you have received some value from my discussion. Please leave your comments, hit the like, share, and subscribe buttons. This will be helpful so that I can continue to bring you more restoration gems. This is Infinite Restorer, sending you more peace, more love, more light. Until I see you again, stay well.